crazy. I go.
Hey guys, it's Takisa and I am back with another video, and it is another story time. So this story time is about my first fight, and y'all, this is a crazy story. So let's get right into it. Okay, so just a little background on me, like y'all, I never got in a fight in my life, like ever in school. Like I wasn't that person. I wasn't in people's faces. I wasn't in drama. Like none of that. I wasn't that girl. I wasn't that student at all. I'm really like a good person. Like I don't bother people. So this year, yes, this year, 2017, I got into my first fight and on vacation actually, and I was with a group of people that wanted to go on a trip, and we planned it and everything, and we went. So we ended up going to Puerto Rico for 5 days, and the trip was lovely. It was great. We had a fantastic time. We got an Airbnb, stayed with the people of Puerto Rico, so it was kind of a different experience. It wasn't like a tourist experience. So we got to experience a lot of different things that a lot of different people didn't get to experience. So in Puerto Rico, they have this thing called La Placita, which is kind of like a big street party or a block party, and everybody just goes bar hopping. And yeah, so we went to La Placita on, I believe, the third night that we were there, or the second night we were there, and we had an amazing time. We went dancing. We were lit. Like it was just an amazing trip or amazing time. And afterwards we were done drinking. We just wanted to chill, still have a good time, but just like, cool off and have a good time. So it was 3 girls and 3 boys in the group. And so the guys split up from the girls, and they went to a strip club, and we ended up staying with some guys that we met at one of the dance halls, and they we went dancing with them. So when we were done dancing with them, we caught up with the guys that we were with in the group, and we went to this place called D Girls, and that was the strip club. It was kind of like a ratchet strip club. It was a little bit different. Like it was a lot of people outside, real hood, just real hood. And I didn't have a problem with, going inside. I'm from Tampa. I went inside and I found the guys that we were on the trip with, and they were all just, they were schmammered. Like it was just, they were gone. And so we all came outside because there was a little mishap between one of the other girls and the other girl that was in the group out of the 3 of us. So they, split up. They were mad at each other, and they were friends. So this is my first time meeting these people. And they split up. So I was in between it, and I was just like trying to calm everybody down. And all of a sudden, we were sitting outside of the strip club, and all of a sudden, we hear this noise from around the corner in the alley. And so I was just like, I hope this isn't a fight, because Tim about to go run around the corner and go see what's going on. My friend Tim he's crazy, y'all. Like, he's a wanderer. Like, when we go on trips, he wanders. And, he just likes to find trouble, but he's a good guy. So he runs around the corner, and we all run after him because we need to stay together. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we need to get home. So I go run after him in my heels to see where he's going, and a fight broke out between some strippers and some regular people. And this day and age, everybody wants to pull out their phone and record everything. So everybody's recording, and one of the girls that was in our group, she started recording, and she was, a little bit closer to the fight, so she got to see, a lot more of the action. And so it was like 6 girls fighting all in all, and the other group, it was just like 4 or 5. When they finished fighting, the security guards took them away, and one of the girls that were fighting turned to the girl that was recording really close, and started snapping on her, and was just like speaking in Spanish. I didn't understand what she was saying, and yeah, and she ended up slapping her. So I was just like, oh man, like this is about to, like, something about to pop off. I already know. And the other girl that she had an issue with, she was just like talking to this guy that we were with dancing, and trying to calm herself down. But she was still in like our view so we could see where she was at. And they were going back and forth, the girl that got slapped and the girl that was fighting. They were going back and forth, and she slapped her again. And this time our friend Tim was standing next to her, and she's like looking at him like, did she like really slap me? Like, is this really happening right now? And I saw a person with a gun, and so at this time, I just wanted to be safe. So I ran across the street behind this van just in case something popped off, because my job was to get back to Florida safe. Like, that was my job. Have fun and get back home safe with no injuries, no wounds, no anything. So I ran behind there, and I was like, if something pop off, then I'll jump out and, help. So our other, the other girl in the group that was, in our view, she came across the street hollering like, oh, you want to fight her? You started with me. Like, fight me, B, fight me. So that popped off, and 2 girls jump on her, and they're going at it, and they're going at it, and they're going at it. They're on the ground, they're wrestling around. All of them have on dresses, so you see body parts, you see everything, like everything coming off, everything flying. And pretty much all you saw was pulling hair. So I ran across the street because there was a girl that was my size. If you don't know, I'm 5'7", 5'8", and I'm pretty thick. Like, I'm thick. I'm a bigger girl. And so I was just like, let me go help, because the 2 girls that were with us, they're a little bit smaller and skinny. So I was just like, let me go help them, because there was like 5 girls against us, and I ran over there, and I just started pulling people off, yanking people left and right, just like, move, move, move. And I'm just like, don't pull her hair, like, get off her. And, somebody took a swing at me, so I swung back, and I just like had this adrenaline rush, like, and then after that I blacked out, and I had to ask my friends what happened after, and they were just like, dang, Kisa, like, you got in a fight, like, you got in a fight. That is so crazy. You was knocking heads, like, it was just crazy. So I don't remember a lot of the fight because I blacked out, and I was just like trying to get people off of people. And I do remember one instance where my friend Tim, he was just like pushing girls off because it was so many of them against us 3, and we couldn't handle that. So he's like pushing the girls, and one of the girls pulls my hair, and I'm like up in the air like this, but I'm still hitting one of the other girls, and I'm like, okay, and I'm trying to let go, and then all of a sudden Tim pushes her off, and she comes back and hits me, and then I hit her, and she hits the ground. And that was just like one incident that I remember in the entire fight. I remember hitting somebody's head so hard, like she hit the ground and bounced back up to my fist. Like, it was just like it was a brawl. Like, it was a big fight. And y'all, like, I've never been in a fight in my life. And for me to get in a fight on vacation was just like, dang, like, I'm on vacation. Like, I'm trying to have fun. I didn't come here to fight anybody. So we're still fighting, and the 2 other guys that were with us, they're just standing there, and then one of them calls the Uber, and the Uber's on its way, and the other guy, he's just standing there watching, and I guess recording. And so that, look, y'all, that made me so mad. Like, you held my stuff. Well, this is the guy that held my stuff because I was like, you know, let me go help them. He held my wallet and like my phone, and he didn't even help. Like, you saw us against 5, 6 other girls, and you just standing there like that. That made me so mad. That was just like, okay, I wonder what you're gonna do if your girlfriend get jumped. Like, if you had a girlfriend, whatever. So anyways, that's done and over with. So he's standing there, and all of a sudden, gunshots go off, and I'm like, up, time to go. All of us hit full flat, gone, just all our separate ways. And the other people that were fighting were still standing there, like, standing there. And I'm like, you can tell, like, that don't happen to them, or that happened to them on a regular. If they haven't ran, like, we hit it like, I hit it like I was still in track. Like, I'm 21 and I'm hitting it like I'm 10. Like, and so we all ran to the Uber because right when the gunshots went off, the Uber pulled up. So we all jumped in. It was a smaller Uber, so we had to lap up. And then we all got in the car. It was just like, and I'm trying to calm myself down. Like, okay, like, Takisa, calm down. And I just look at everybody, and the girl that came across the street and was just like, fight me, she's just like, she's ready to go back and just like hit somebody else. And the other girl that got slapped, she was just like, I don't know, she had snot running down her nose. She had snot running down her nose. I don't know. That was just like the craziest night ever. And then, mind y'all, this is early in the morning. So when we finished fighting and we were headed back to the house, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, the sun was coming up and it was time to start our day again. So yeah, like, that was my first fight. I obviously won because I blacked out and they was telling me I was knocking heads. Like, as long as I won, I came home and I told my mom, and she was like, did you win? And I was like, yeah, like, and to be honest, like, they wasn't really hitting. Like, they were just pulling my hair. They were pulling hair and like pulling clothes. It wasn't like hitting people in the face, like hitting people and hurting people. Like, that's what we were doing. Like, I don't know. That's just, I don't know. That's how I was taught how to fight. Like, if you want to, you know, really hurt somebody, you know, hit them. Don't be just pulling their body parts and pulling their hair. Okay, guys, that is the story time of when I got into my first fight. And if you guys want to see or hear any more story times, comment them down below and I will try my best to get them out. If I don't have a story time on them, then I'll definitely let you guys know. So yeah, and a tutorial on this look will be up soon. I did record it. That's why it's on now. So when that's done and edited, that will be up as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.